Welcome to the end of year Shelfie challenge, where I pick one book per shelf to potentially read during the end of the year. I decided that the best way was to just pull out the books that I was most interested in and making a decision based on the books that I pulled. So this first one, I decided to go with The Exorcist. For this second shelf, I took away the books that were displayed and then pulled out my faves, or the ones that I was most anticipating. And I believe I winded up going with, let's see, drum roll please, Krampus. Yep, it's been a long time coming, so. Here is the third shelf. I didn't really have much to choose from here because I wasn't in a thriller mood, so I decided to just go with Don't Let the Forest In because I had already started it. Same thing as the last shelf. I am not really in a thriller mood, so I wasn't really picking many books from this shelf. But yeah, I mean, usually I like thrillers, but I've just read too many lately, so picked Their Vicious Games. This is our sci-fi dystopian shelf, and I chose Babel because I had already started it, so yeah. And this is our stack so far, and here is the first shelf all done. We do have two little small shelves, but we are not going to go through those. Absolutely not. We'd be here forever. So yeah. Here is the second shelf. There is a lot of YA on this shelf, and classics. So went through the first one, Never Ending Story, I believe The Hobbit, yes, and then The Coldest Winter Ever. I winded up going with Neverending Story, but I was torn between The Coldest Winter Ever, but I'll probably read that next month or something. Here is another half classics, half YA, I guess. Dark Lord, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, and then we have Beloved. I ultimately went with The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. Here is our Goosebumps / horror YA shelf. Sick, went with Sick because I've been meaning to read it for a while, so yeah. Alrighty, and now we're up to one of my favorite shelves on the YA shelf. But I decided to just pick out 3 and pick from those 3. Yeah, and I decided to go with Challenger Deep because Neil Shusterman is my top author for the year. So yeah. And here we have the fourth shelf, I believe. It's just a lot of random YAs. Honestly, we need to go through these and like see which ones we need to get rid of. But yeah, pulled out 3 books, and winded up going with The Strangers. All right, and now we're up to the romance, the manga, the comic books, the graphic novels, literary fiction, and then we have nonfiction poetry at the bottom. On this first shelf, we have a lot of romance, dark romance, smutty books. I've read a couple of them. But I winded up going with 50 Shades of Grey because it is a classic. So here on this second shelf, we have romance and some comic books and manga. I only picked 2 books off this shelf because I was really looking forward to reading The North is the Night, but then I ultimately decided that it was like super long and I didn't want to add another long book to the TBR. So even though I love the way it looks and it's clearly 'tis the season, I went with If He Had Been With Me. All right, and here we have our graphic novel / manga section. We have the Sleep Token comic book there in the beginning if you didn't realize. But yeah, I picked out a couple that I've been meaning to read for a while, and ultimately I went with Killing Stalking because my girlfriend had recommended it to me a while ago. So here is our literary fiction shelf. I have been trying to make progress on the shelf, so I've read a couple books from here, but I went with family lore because I love reading books that are about people like me. And here is our nonfiction section. I winded up picking a poetry book from this section, Salt, because I just wanted something easy to read. Yeah. And here are our stacks of books that we chose. I'm very happy, very excited. I put them all on a spin wheel so that way it's easier to choose and it's random. But yeah, hopefully I get through most of these books. It's definitely going to carry into 2026. But yeah, I'm very excited to read these books. I have already started The Exorcist and Salt, so almost done with The Exorcist. I have been making my markings on Salt with my favorite poems. And yeah, that's it. I hope you guys all have a great day. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe, like, do all the things. It helps me out. Yep, I hope you guys have a great day.